Today we're bringing Mimighoul Purrely to Master Rank. If you're looking for a fun deck that can also push through all the Maliss and Ryzeal in the meta, you gotta try out Mimighoul Purrely. But here's the twist, I'm not gonna be showing you combo lines for the super awesome deck, because that alone isn't enough to climb. What you'll want to see is how Mimighoul Purrely navigates through all the different challenges from the strongest competition. So I'm gonna be showing you 10 duels in Master Rank, and you'll see why Mimighoul Purrely should be your deck for stomping the meta. So here's the first one, where you'll get to see how this deck holds up against pressure from Tenpai. We'll begin with our best starter, but our opponent isn't gonna let that slide. Good thing we have Ash Blossom, but another Fuelos? So now we'll have to be careful not to summon too much from our deck. Instead of bringing out more Mimighouls, we'll just have Mimighoul Dragon grab Room for interruption. We'll also use my friend Purrely to grab Purrely Happy Memory in case they have something to destroy our cards. So this is our board. We don't have much, but we do have hand traps and Room for interruption. Okay, so here comes their Searcher. We'll definitely use Duel now to stop them from searching any further. Our Maxi becomes a dead card, but right now, it's more important to stop Tenpai from OTKing us this turn. Our best chance of surviving is using it on Chandra to stop more Tenpai from coming out. Nice! So that's how Mimighoul Purrely fights Tenpai. The next challenge is even tougher, so don't miss out. So here's the next one, and now you'll see how Mimighoul Purrely plays going second against Maliss. We can't hold back, so we gotta hit them with Max C. But even though they're under Max C, our opponent still has traps waiting for us. Mimighoul Master isn't our best opener, but it's our only normal summon. The way we'll want to play this out is to bait out any interruptions that our opponent has with our Mimighouls, so we can let our Purrelys go in for the attack. Whoa, Book of Eclipse? But it's a good thing that they don't know that we have our Purrely line. Go, my friend Purrely! Now let's bring out our fluff ball for Maliss to play with. So that's how Mimighoul Purrely plays going second, but the next challenger is just as tough as Maliss. Let's go! Here's the third duel, and now you'll see how our deck fights against Ryzeal. Our Purrelys are nowhere to be seen, but that doesn't mean our Mimighouls aren't up for the challenge. Let's get cooking! So this is our board. We have solid hand traps, Mimighoul Throne and Room for interruption, and Dungeon to lock down normal summons. But we're up against Ryzeal, so we gotta throw everything we got at them. Here they come! Meteorologic Aggregator will force us to use our Mimighoul Throne, so we might as well use Throne to bounce back X Ryzeal, but that's just the beginning. We'll definitely want to stop Ice Ryzeal from bringing out more Ryzeals. Go, Ash Blossom! And we might as well throw in Max C. Nice, but that's just the first Ryzeal battle. The next one's even tougher, so don't miss out. Now you'll see how our deck can hold back Ryzeal's combo line. We're being hand trapped already, but we can adjust for that. We'll go into our Purrelys since Purrely won't affect them. Let's get cooking! Okay, so this is what we landed on. We can lock down normal summoning using Mimighoul Dragon and Room, and we get to draw a card with Purrely Sleepy Memory. Plus we can also spin a card once X Purrely Nor comes out. Now we can draw another card, but here they come again. Since Nor is gonna get negated, we're gonna hit Ryzeal's combo line. We'll actually use Nor to spin back their Aggregator from their grave, while also using Room to flip down their Ryzeal. This should slow them down, especially with being locked out of normal summoning. But apparently this wasn't enough. Go, Mimighoul Maker! Let's try to keep their Ryzeals off the board. Another one? Let's stop them from searching. Go, Ash Blossom! Our hand traps are here to help us, and it's a good thing that our Purrely Sleepy Memory helped draw them. Let's also stop them here. Go, Nibiru! Nice! So that's how our deck holds off Ryzeal. But will it be able to hold off our next challenger? Now you'll see how strong of a board we can end on against Blue Eyes. We'll start with Purrely for a search. Effect failure? Darn. But we'll be fine. We have plenty of fuel to keep going. So let's get cooking. And this is our board. We have one bounce with Mimighoul Room, 3 spins with X Purrely Nor, and a hand rip with the set Mimighoul Archfiend. Let's stop them from adding Primite Drill Beam to their hand. Go, Mimighoul Throne! And let's stop them from going into Spirit with Eyes of Blue. We don't want them from normal summoning again, so we'll spin back their field spell. Now we have one interruption left, but there's no way we're letting True Light resolve. Go, X Purrely Nor! Nice, but that's not all. We're going back to fighting the meta. Let's go. You'll see how we'll hold back Ryzeal once again. Go, Mimighoul Master! Oh, okay. Now we're under Purrely. That will mainly affect our Mimighoul plays. but you'll see that our Purrelys don't mind at all. Let's get cooking. And this is our board. It might not look like much, but you'll see that we'll have plenty of interruptions for their turn. With 2 sleepy memories, we'll get a lovely 2 draws. But that's not all. Go Purrely! And now we can draw 2 more cards. Ho ho ho! Ultimate Slayer? There goes our little knight. Now we gotta hold off Ryzeal. Our opponent's probably trying to bait out our Nor using Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, but we'll be patient and hit Ryzeal at the right spots. We definitely need to keep Ryzeal cross off the field since it negates our monster effects. Go X-Purrely Nor! Oof, okay, so they got triple tactics thrust, and now they're probably gonna try stealing Nor with talents. But we're gonna make sure to use up her last spin. We might have lost Nor, but we do have Nibiru in case they have more follow-up. So we should be fine. Nice! Ryzeal couldn't stop our deck this time, but in the next duel, they're gonna go first, so it's gonna get tougher. And you'll see how we'll break Ryzeal's board. We have Ash Blossom, but that definitely isn't enough to stop Ryzeal. We'll at least slow them down by interrupting Ice Ryzeal. Now let's see where they end up. Alright, so we're up against 3 pops or monster negates. So let's start out with Purrely Stray Street for some target protection. But we can protect it one time. Go Purrely Happy Memory! That's 1 interruption down, 2 more to go. Alright, so now they're gonna try destroying Stray Street again. We can't protect it this time, but it's worth the trade since we used up 2 of their interruptions. But Purrely can still transform. Go Purrely Happiness! And this is the kind of board Happiness loves to play in. There's the first attack from Happiness, and another attack, and another one, and one more attack. But we're not done yet. Thanks to all the memories Happiness gave us, we can start cooking. Nice! Now that's how Purrelys break the meta. But will it be able to hold off our next challenger? It's time for Mimighoul Purrely to go first against Ryzeal now. Let's start with our best normal summon. Drone Lockbird. No way! Go Call by the Grave! Now let's get cooking. And here's our board. We have 5 interruptions on field with Mimighoul Throne, Room, and X-Purrely Nor. Ultimate Slayer. Darn, there goes our Mimighoul Throne. We'll save our other interruptions for Ryzeal Cross and their Exceed monsters. But since they have 3 cards in their hand, it's a good time to do this. Go Mimighoul Maker! Now they're down to 2 cards in hand. We definitely need to stop Ryzeal Cross as soon as possible. Go X-Purrely Nor! Whoa, it's Ryzeal Detonator. We'll definitely spin him back. Our Nor will get destroyed, but that's okay. We got my friend Purrely to save the day. But our opponent isn't gonna give up. They're now gonna try bringing out Ryzeal Dual Drive. But good thing for us, we have just the card to stop them. Go Mimighoul Room! And we still have Maker and Nibiru. Nice! We pushed through Ryzeal, but that still isn't the last of them. Here comes another Ryzeal battle. There's no end to all the Ryzeal in Master Rank. Let's start out with our Purrely Sleepy Memory to bring out a Fluffball. What? Foolos? But we'll be okay. Let's have Purrely search for... Oh, okay. I guess not. We'll have to use Mimighoul Maker to bring out our Mimighouls and hopefully grab Room as our backup. Nice, we got Mimighoul Dragon. Now we can search for... Darn, Ash Blossom also? Okay, so we'll have to go into Giant Mimighoul now. They'll get to draw a card, but at least we can hopefully grab Mimighoul Room now. Nice, we got it. Our board is looking a bit weak with all the interruption, but we can still put up a fight. So they're flipping Mimighoul Archfiend to stop us from flipping it at a more crucial time. So now we really need to hit Ryzeal at their choke points. And here's one of them. We'll stop Ice Ryzeal. What? They also got Called by the Grave? Okay, this is gonna get rough. We now have to hope that Mimighoul Room can save us. We definitely need to use it on Ryzeal Dual Drive to at least slow them down a bit. Now it's time. Go Mimighoul Room! But there's 2 Ryzeals left, which means that Ryzeal Detonator is coming out. but we can still try something. Go, Mimighoul Maker! This isn't gonna work, but we can at least use up one of their materials. Yup, Mimighoul Dragon gets destroyed. Okay, so we need to survive the battle phase. Alright, so they're ending their turn, but this is gonna be tough. Let's try to make a comeback. Triple Tactics Thrust will be useful. We just need to have Detonator use its effect. So it looks like our opponent is going all in on destroying Master, but I bet they didn't expect this. Go, Mimighoul Room! Even though Master's Search will still get negated with Ryzeal Cross, we just baited out 3 interruptions with just 1 card in hand, which is super worth it. And now we can use talents to draw 2 cards. It's time to make a comeback. So let's grab Mimighoul Maker with Giant Mimighoul. What? Another call by the grave? Well, okay, that's not gonna work. So now our last hope is to bring out our Purrelys. If we can go uninterrupted, we can really push for game. Let's bring out our fluffball that loves to attack. Go, Purrely Happiness! This is the perfect playfield for Happiness. There's the first attack from Happiness, and another attack, and another one, and one more attack. Now that we have all these nice Purrely memories from Happiness's playtime, we're gonna show Ryzeal why they shouldn't mess with Mimighoul Purrely. And they probably got the point. That one was tough, but we have one more challenge to wrap this up. Here's the last Master Rank duel, and you'll see how we'll fight against a deck we haven't seen yet. We'll start out with our best opener. Go, Mimighoul Maker! Nice, we can use Dragon to grab us. What? Drone Lockbird? Darn, that actually hits us pretty hard. Since we can't draw anymore, we might as well use talents to see what our opponent's playing. It looks like they didn't open with any starters. Our best play now is to rely on our Purrelys, but being under draw leaves us with one option. It's time to bring out a certain fluffball. Go, Purrely Beauty! And we might as well bring out our honorary guest. Go, SP Early Little Knight! So this is our board. It really isn't much. Let's see what they do. Alright, so it looks like they bricked. We know that the 2 face down cards are Imperm and Called by the Grave, so we still need to be careful. Alright, so here comes the Imperm, so our opponent probably drew their starter. We might not be able to use Little Knight, but we still have something to stop them. Go, Purrely Beauty! Okay, so they got some follow-up. We can't negate Baka's activated effect, but we can negate what she brings out. Go, Forbidden Droplet! Whew, okay, we stopped their combo. But we're gonna lose our Purrely Beauty. We really need to draw a starter next turn if we really want to turn things around. This is just what we needed. Let's get cooking. We know that they got Called by the Grave for our Purrely, but that's not gonna stop us. Mimighoul Dragon does help us clear the field, but that does trigger their floating effects. We'll just need to be careful for the next turn. But now we're on the offensive, so we're gonna finally do some damage. Since we battled this turn, we're gonna bring him out. Go! Divine Purrely A Zeus Sky Thunder! We got 2 field wipes with Zeus, a bounce with Mimighoul Throne, and a banish with Little Knight. Let's stop their search. Go, Mimighoul Throne! But they're not gonna give up. Alright, so here comes Baka again. We might as well use Little Knight here so that when Zeus wipes the field, at least Little Knight can come back. Plus, it'll prevent Baka's floating effect from triggering again. We definitely don't want Soprano fusion summoning anything, so we'll wipe the field. Go, Zeus! But do they have more fuel to keep going? Oh, okay, so we were able to stop them. Now it's our turn to wrap this up. We got everything we need, so we're gonna get cooking again. And of course, we're gonna bring her out again. Go, Purrely Happiness! And now Happiness will have some fun. Go, Happiness! Looks like our opponent had enough. Now let me show you the build so you can try the deck out also. So that's Mimighoul Purrely and Mastering. The amount of Ryzeal and Maliss there are as you get to Master is honestly crazy. But I figured that since my last video showed a lot of Maliss fights, this time I'd show more Ryzeal fights. So here's the deck list. I'm still running pretty much the same 50 card build from my last video, but I just tweaked the staples. Instead of 2 forbidden droplets, I swapped one of them out for triple tactics talent, which honestly came in pretty handy. The season just ended as I'm working on this video, but overall, ending on Master 2 from only playing Mimighoul Purrely is pretty awesome. If you're looking to climb to Master but want to play something non-meta, you really can't go wrong with Mimighoul Purrely. Plus they're super fun. But if you're looking for another fun deck to climb in Ranked, maybe you'll want to check out my other video where I combine Dogmatico with Mimighoul. It's super awesome. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Bye bye!